So
Yes. So a lot of people have been telling us or have been suggesting that it's time we had another kid.
yeah, so our daughter is turning 2 in 2 weeks or 3
Couple
weeks.
of weeks.
Yeah, and I've been hearing this quote that picking food
Picking
on black.
food on black. What is the meaning of picking the food on black?
I don't know. I don't know the
Anyway.
meaning of that. But yeah, so
David,
everybody expecting us to have the
David.
second child. Yeah.
Picking the food on black.
I mean, how black is it? I mean, but the truth is that children, when they give birth to children, they're like light skinned now. But when they grow, they become black. Maybe that's what
No,
they mean.
they're just the real true colors.
Okay, they're true colors. Okay. Okay. I mean, but I love the black color though. Yeah.
So yeah, the people have been troubling us. It's not like I don't think they're particularly interested, but they always just find a way. When are you guys having another kid? What do you think?
First of all, what is the best age gap between siblings?
Normally, you after having a child, you have to rest for almost 9 months, almost the period for which you carry the pregnancy.
Okay.
So you rest for 9 months, and you have to get pregnant 9 months after. That will be about 18 months gap. Yes, which is great. It's not a problem.
Okay, so 18. So like in the US, the suitable is say 18 to 24 months.
Yes,
right?
yes. In the US, it's 18 to 24 months, where the majority of the population, the age gap between their kids is 18 to 24 months in the US.
And as an anomaly, I think I know people who are siblings, but they give birth to them in the same year.
That's crazy. That's fucked up.
In the same year.
I'm so sorry. That's crazy.
Yeah. But so, to you, like, what's the difference between you and your closest sibling each year?
I and my closest siblings 4 years actually.
4 years.
Yes.
Mine is, I think, should be about 18 months. Same.
Yes.
About that.
You guys are pretty close.
Yeah, 18 months. And yeah, so they talk about like the advantages or disadvantages of having kids that are really close. So like, for kids that are really close, they
play together.
They
love the same things.
Yeah, they love the same stuff. What else?
Yeah,
they fight together.
Anyway, you really have to buy them the same kind of clothes. They all wear the same kind of clothes.
We love comparison.
It's convenient.
Yeah. But now when there's a big age gap, statistics show that the bigger child automatically assumes a parent's responsibility automatically. It's not something that we in the African culture, we always tell our child, hey, you're the bigger one, don't do this.
Yes,
you're supposed to
look out for your younger brother.
But even in cases where they don't say those things, the elder one automatically assumes the responsibility.
Exactly. Like, I used to assume that kind of responsibility.
Oh yeah, the first son.
Yes.
So,
yes, I always...
Little with no responsibility.
I always feel like I have to correct you, I have to put you in check.
Yeah.
But there is still that love, that bond. There is still everything. I don't think if we're closer in age or even farther apart, it should have been any different. And also, you have your younger sisters or siblings that are always looking forward to things from you. Maybe clothes. They know that after this, as you grow out of it, you're going to hand it down to them. Then advice, always look forward to advice. But in general, I think the age gap between siblings will always depend on the parents and how they have, the parents, the mom and the dad, how they have decided to plan their family. Because if we could say, okay, 18 months, but if we're not ready in 18 months to have another child, we're not ready. Yes.
So the second thing is like, it's quite funny how, like in those days, our parents and our grandparents used to measure their wealth
by the number of
children.
Yeah.
So the number of children we have, but like for example in Cameroon, our fertility rate in around 1970 was about 7%.
No,
6.2.
6.2.
No, not percent. 6.2 per woman. So an average a woman.
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about the
fertility rate.
Yeah, so the woman. So average woman used to have 6.2 children, but now it's down to 4.7.
6 children.
Yeah.
6 children for a woman.
Yes, per woman. Now it's 4.7.
Which is like 5.
About 5. So I've dropped in the past 40 years ish. I've dropped by 1. Which other countries have like really high fertility rates?
Right now it's Niger. Niger has a fertility rate of about 7.2. Yes.
So, okay.
Yes, Niger has a fertility rate of about 7.2.
That's really high. It means that the average woman has 7
kids.
Wow.
So when we talk about fertility rate, that is the number of kids per woman. That's
so what is the difference between fertility rate and birth rate?
So birth rate is birth rate is like the number of women. Birth rate is the number of live births. It's the number of live births that per 1,000 women.
Okay, that's birth rate.
Yeah, that's birth rate.
Gotcha.
That's birth rate, sorry. And fertility rate is the number of children per woman.
Okay.
The average number of children per woman.
Okay.
So in Benin, they have a fertility rate of about 7.2.
Benin or Niger?
Sorry, in Niger. So it's really high, actually.
Then
really
in countries like Singapore.
And in Singapore, it's about 0.8. That's like
so
one.
it's not up to one child. One.
It's even for me. I didn't get the stats right, but it's even. I think it should be worse in Japan, because in Japan I think they care about their pets more than they care about the children. I'm so sorry. But in Japan we have about 23 million pets. As opposed to about 15 million kids under the age of 15.
So it means that they have like close to 10 million more pets than kids. And you see the same thing.
There is a culture.
Yeah, but you see the same thing. I think Spain has that problem too, where they have more pets.
It's not a problem.
I mean, no, it's not a problem. I mean,
that issue.
That trend
Yes.
where there are more pets than, and you're seeing other Western countries like Europe and the US that are catching up to having more pets than children. To you, why do you think that happens?
Maybe as time goes on, people think more about themselves, about their happiness, like personal happiness, and so many people no longer think that having a child is what is going to make a human being complete.
Yeah.
So they look at it like, or they ask themselves if they are ready to take care, or if they are ready or able
responsible for
to
entire
be
human
fully
being.
responsible for another human being.
Yeah.
So, and this also the way our work is right now, the number of hours of work that people put in, people don't have that opportunity to actually give out time. That is, you have to give out about 1 year of work just to have a child and raise that child. Yeah. Some people that don't have that opportunity, especially single mothers or single parents who decide that they want to have children, maybe they don't have that opportunity because of of whatever reason.
Yeah, but if you want to, if you factor in education, you factor in like the amount of work that goes in. I mean, education is part of it. Like maybe 40, 50 years ago, we were not reaching. The average person now has a master's degree. Yeah. I'm not going to say average now. Like, but I'm saying like the education level now
is improved.
Is increasing. So we spend more time at school, then we leave and we work. So it means that you see that people get married later, people have children later, as opposed to our parents or our grandparents who are really giving birth
earlier and
closer.
Yeah, the spacing was really close at that time.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So, but anyway, as I was saying, before you will see that people, especially in Africa, we had a lot of the fertility rate was really high because we looked at having many children as increasing the workforce. Yeah. Farming was a major thing, and when you're farming, you need a lot of labor. Yeah. And when you have many children, it means they will work more, and obviously, and you're not paying them.
So is that child labor? I mean, no, let's not go there. But I mean, but it's true. I think because if you look at countries like Japan or even like Italy, all these countries that face like aging population.
Yes.
That's why
they're having a workforce issue, right?
Yeah, workforce issue. Yes, our grandparents were right in the sense that we actually needed children.
A workforce.
Yes, to build a workforce.
Actually needed a level, and at that time, education was not very much a thing. Yeah. People, the literacy rate was low, so rather than going to school, they were going to farm. Yeah. So those are the things. So those are like some of the reasons that we can just put out to why the fertility rate is dropping right now. Okay. But what do you think for us? What are we going to do?
How many kids? I know first of all, I think.
I don't know.
we do.
We're going to be ready.
We're ready. I also think that for you to be able to have kids, I think you have to really, do proper family planning. I think that's what people don't do. There's an interesting stat that for every that one quarter, that's like 25% of kids are not planned, which is crazy. It means that people don't plan for kids. Right, people don't plan for kids and they just come. And I think that with modern contraception and all that, I mean, there are pros and cons to that, but it makes people to be able to plan more.
Yes, you plan
your kids. Yes. You know, because there's the financial part, there's the emotional part,
Yes.
there's the time factor. You have to be there for the kids. These are all things that
You have
matter.
to put into consideration
All these
before
things.
conceiving.
Yeah, exactly, before conceiving.
And whenever you're finally ready to have that kid, you can go for counseling for a pre-conception visit with a physician.
Yeah.
And
make sure
do
you
everything
do
the right way.
the prima. What's the thing that you do for sickle cell? What's the
Okay. HB electrophoresis is to determine, that's before you get married. Though.
Yeah. Or before you have kids. I mean.
Or before you have kids, you have to do it as parents or as young people, especially in Africa, West Africa to be precise, where we have a high rate of sickle cell disease.
Yeah.
We are advised to check our HB electrophoresis so that we know our genotype, if we are AA or SS, so that we reduce our chances of having a child with sickle cell disease.
And I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
No, you're very well schooled on it.
No, I am. So yeah, so make sure you go and do your electrophoresis exam.
HB electrophoresis, yes.
Today.
Thank you.
Today.